Cooper Bailey, number 10, number 3, a sophomore at 5'8" for Marion.
Number 15, Timothy Schrog, senior, 6 foot tall.
Caden Wilhelm is a junior at 6'1", is about the closest thing Marion has to height here tonight. He's number 4.
Jacob Schrog, number 22, he's a senior as well, 6 foot.
Jack Lanning is number 5. He's a sophomore, and Jack checks in at 5'10".
Skylar West, number 25, also a senior, also 6 foot tall.
I got to find him on here. Okay, number 13, Campbell Winter, a 5'9" senior.
Number 35, Caden Dirksen, senior, 6'3".
Trevor Shapers, a sophomore at 5'11", rounds out the 5 for Marion. This is Mike Powers here with Austin Murphy tonight, and we are ready for the men's game and the opening matchup of the season, this one between Marion and Goessel. We thank everyone who's listening in on MCTV 20 Live, streaming on YouTube, and anyone watching at home on Vive Cable Channel 20. We appreciate you doing so. We hope we have a good game between the Warriors and the Blue Jays. What is Goessel? Blue Birds. Okay. Mike Powers, as I said here, along with Austin Murphy. We've got Darren Neufeld doing stats for us. Gene Winkler is our producer. And Sadie Lang, I think she played Captain Von Trapp in The Sound of Music. Very, very talented. She's not even looking at me. Marion controls the opening tip, gets off the shot. No luck.
Shot off the mark there.
One thing that I noticed, and I noticed it now, and I was looking at the program here, not a lot of height on either one of these teams. This is, in and out. This looks like a game from the 70s. If the shorts were just a little shorter and the socks were just a little bit longer. Block from behind. Great job out there by Schaefer. Got the block and didn't get a foul, Austin.
I'm surprised by that. Did they call the girls' game pretty tight? Darren Neufeld's informing us that the girls' game was called pretty tight, so we'll be interested to see how that works out for the boys here tonight.
Marion tries to get the ball down underneath, can't get anything.
Good shot.
So Schaefer's with a big defensive play, and now the first score for the Warriors. Wow, that was athletic.
Heck of a finish.
Cooper Bailey running the show out here. Oop. I didn't catch the signal. They called the foul. Okay. Charging on Lanning. Moving screen. Okay. All tied up at 2-2, and the first game of the season. We hope there will be a lot of success for the Warriors.
Wide open look there for number 35, Caden Dirksen.
Dirksen brings the score to 5-2. Warriors are getting some quality shots and not hitting them. Whoop. Yeah, getting a little physical out there. Not pushing, shoving, just a little handsy. That'll be on Bailey, his first. Oh,
little body bumping.
yeah.
Foul spot number 3 of Marion Cooper Bailey, his second personal, third team.
We do have the capability this year for at least now that we've got some new equipment here for basketball season. We have the capability. Whoa, Dean Winkler just snuck up on me.
Check this. I'm just running a delay about 4 seconds, so I can just switch it and it'll play right away without recording it or anything. So just keep an eye on it for replays.
Gene Winkler is always pushing forward the production value of the MCTV broadcast.
He really does, and it's kind of it's ironic because the thing that he was going to tell me was that he was going to try to get some replays worked in here, and that we need to be sure and watch the monitor.
I think that's going to be the second foul there on Jack Lanning. He's going to have to be careful.
Yeah,
Keep himself out of foul trouble.
Yeah, we're only a couple of minutes into the game, and Lanning's already got 2 fouls.
Cooper Bailey as well.
Okay. Tristan Dye, a 5'10 junior, coming in for Lanning. Oh, nice pass. Athletic move, but it doesn't fall.
Tristan Dye had a pretty stellar performance a couple quarters in the JV game earlier, so it'll be a welcome addition to the.
Yeah, they're going to get him for the carry right there, and that was a good call. Good job on the replay by Gino. Oh, can't give him the lane.
Yep.
I think that's going to be on Freeze, isn't it?
I believe so. That's the team. That's the Warriors' 5th team foul.
Yep. Very, very early in the
yeah.
game. Yeah, the good news is that finally, at least we're spreading them out a little bit. We've already got two players with 2 fouls each, but at least we're getting these newer ones apportioned to somebody else.
Yeah.
Oh, in and out. For those of you listening who may not know, the Marion head coach is Don Raymer. Mr. Raymer is the high school principal. Oh, telegraphed that pass. Gives up the layup. And he's seen it up. He calls a timeout with Goessel up 9-2. So, okay, Austin. You're the coach. You've got a timeout. You got your kids in the huddle. What are you saying?
Well, in this situation, you're probably trying to slow down the pace a little bit, get them to kind of settle in. First game of the year, first home game. Got to get the guys to kind of settle in. Remember what you've been practicing leading up to the game, and get your back on your game plan. So you never want to be playing somebody else's game. So we got to settle in and just take our opportunities as we can get them. Goessel, I would imagine, is going to be a team that's going to take advantage of any opportunity we give them. So we got to play sound, fundamental basketball.
Very good.
Full disclosure, I do not coach basketball. So any statements said here, take them with a grain of salt.
Oh, we just lost you. We lost your mic. Or maybe I lost my head. I lost my headphones.
Oh, okay.
Tell you what, I'm going to replace that, and I'm going to let you call it.
Right.
Okay, Darren's going to help me out.
Okay.
I am back. Oh, the Warriors just aren't having any luck so far either. Had a lot of shots going in and out here. There's a 3, a little long. Yep, going to be another carry.
We'll have to see moving forward, but on that last possession there for us, the second to last, I should say, looked pretty bunched up in the lane. I don't know what kind of movement they were working there, but pretty clustered in the lane. So we'll see if they'll start getting a little more movement, settle down a little bit.
Well, that's the good thing, I guess you might say, is that this is the first game of the season, so something like that is a very correctable thing that could be worked on down the road.
Right.
Foul call number 5 of Goessel
Now, I'm not too familiar with this bunch, but it appears we've got a mix of juniors. Not many seniors on this group, it would appear.
And as I referenced earlier, no height. I mean, literally, Caden Wilhelm at 6'1", is the tallest player on the court for the Warriors. And Goessel is not particularly tall either. They got a couple of kids that are 6'2" and even a 6'3". They do have Caden Dirksen at 6'3". He's a senior, but all their other height are freshmen. Schaefer's is really working hard out there. There we go. Oh! No, don't do that. I think he was just trying to throw that to his teammate, but he literally set up the Goessel player there.
Warriors were fortunate that one didn't fall. I talked to Coach earlier in the week, and Skylar West, number 25 for Goessel, he's going to be a kid to keep from getting open looks on the perimeter. He'll usually take advantage of that.
Well, a good rebound there by Campbell Winter, but he couldn't make the shot fall. Warriors scored early in this one, and they've just been sitting on that 2 points ever since. Yeah. Trying to force him out of bounds and was successful in doing that, but got the foul call.
Now, if I was doing my bookkeeping correct earlier in the JV game, next foul gets us into 1-1 territory.
Well, I think that is the case whether you were doing your bookkeeping right or not.
Well, good deal. I figured there's enough people around me that somebody will get it right.
Schaefer's with a shot.
Tough miss.
There's a travel. Oh, I thought it was going to be a travel. Nope, going to be a foul against the Warriors.
Number 13 of Marion Campbell Winter, his first 17.
Tough spot to be in early, especially with a relatively tight game. Now any non-shooting foul being 1-1, that's going to start building a bit of a divide unless this Marion offense can get rolling.
Absolutely true. Assuming they make their shots, their free throws. Well, we got discussion over at the scorers table here. That's what the holdup is. Sadie, get us up. Never mind. That shot is good. So we've got a 10-point lead now. Whoops. Okay, get 1-1 here. We were just talking about that. All right. Couple of nice moves there by Winter.
Warriors seeming kind of off kilter early. Need to settle in and kind of run their offense a little bit.
They seem
looks like we had some sparks there, but
they seem a little frantic, a little sped up. I think maybe they just need to just let the game come to them and calm down a bit. Wilhelm now carrying the ball, or not carrying the ball, with the ball. There, nice shot.
Wilhelm for 2.
To break the drought.
Yeah. Well, if we could get a couple of stops and just a couple of, so much for getting the stops, but you know, you're at a point where you're down by 10, you get a couple stops, a couple scores, and you got a tie ball game again. But it'll get out of hand if we're not careful. There's a reach-in foul against Cason Smith.
second team foul. Entering the game for Goessel, number 35, Caden Dirksen.
Dirksen's the player that you were mentioning, Austin. He's also the tallest man on the court for either team. Had to get that one away before the quarter ended, and so the first quarter will end with a 14-4 score. And let's talk a little bit about some of our sponsors. Why don't you take those three right there, if you would?
Well, we'd after this first quarter, we'd really like to thank Central National Bank for sponsoring us, as well as Lanning Pharmacy and Tampa State Bank for their support of the MCTV broadcast. We appreciate our sponsors and allowing us to bring you these wonderful games live on YouTube and on Vive Cable Channel 20.
Our first quarter sponsors were Spur Ridge Veterinary Hospital, Prairieland Partners, and Marion National Bank. And all good merchants. We encourage you to use them. And Austin, Darren's got a couple of things for you. Oh.
Looks
Just that quarter. Now Sadie's back on.
Gotcha.
Oh, this whole time I was giving Sadie some ribs, some jabs there, and she wasn't reacting, and now I know why. Sadie wasn't on the camera. It was, I'm sorry, what's the? Hannah Stubenhofer. I knew it was a Stubenhofer. Couldn't remember the first name.
Credit where credit is due.
I think Hannah came to our house and painted our rhino statue, dressed up as a Kansas City Chiefs in our front yard.
So in that first quarter there, Goessel brought some serious firepower as far as their offense goes. Dirksen off to a hot start. Number 35, I believe,
Right.
Dirksen for Goessel. He scored 7. He scored half of Goessel's points so far today. So shutting him out in this second quarter is going to be pretty important moving forward. Looks like he's on the floor for him.
Yep. Oh, nice play. Got to give him credit for that. Very nice coming out of the break with that. $12-point lead on the Warriors. And we've got a call under the basket. Second on Caden. We have that bad situation where we have a lot of players with more fouls than points, or the same number of fouls as points. Never a good thing.
Fortunately, we get a fresh set of team fouls at the half, but yeah, we're gonna find ourselves in foul trouble with these starters if things don't change here soon.
Whoop. A lot of contact there, no call. There we go. Just would not fall. Wilhelm with what appeared to be a good-looking shot. Yeah. Schaefer's got him, hooked him with the arm. Our Warrior sponsors, we want to give these once each half, are Gambino's Pizza, Marion Auto Supply, Security First Title Company, and Katie Insurance. And just one more time before we forget, Spur Ridge Veterinary Hospital, Prairieland Partners, and Marion National Bank sponsor our first quarter. We're in the beautiful Lanning Pharmacy broadcast area, which we absolutely adore. And if we get a touchdown, we'll give credit to Casey Case and Case Insurance. Way to go to step it in, get the rebound.
Coach Raymer's going to call a timeout there.
That'll be a Tampa State Bank timeout called by the Warriors. And One more time, let me throw in, we didn't really do a pregame show this time, but Central Nashville Bank is one of our prime sponsors and has been for a lot of years, and we appreciate the support of Central Nashville Bank as well.
Well, I'll be interested to see what Coach Raymer draws up on the grease board here. I imagine he's going to try and get something rolling to get this offense going a little bit. So what they're trying to run right now is not working. Like you said, though, we've had some shot opportunities that just haven't fallen for us. If we get a couple of those going our way, it's a little bit different ballgame.
Sadie, get us some cheerleaders. I don't care which cheerleaders, but get us something to look at. There we go. Good choice going with the Warrior cheerleaders. I didn't actually get to see any of the games last year with COVID, or if I did, I didn't see them in person. But I didn't notice, are those new cheerleading uniforms, or did they have them last year? They did have them last year. Okay.
Now, Mike, did you do any basketball announcing last year?
I did not.
Okay, I tried going back to the tape and finding out, hey, how do I live up to a great broadcast with Mike Powers? But had nothing to work with,
You don't have to suck up. You already have the job.
Yeah, Darren just said you don't have to suck up. You already have the job. The truth is, we're begging you to do the job. We don't. But I do like your attitude. Oh, thought about taking a shot. Takes it in, passes it off.
Oh. Good close out there.
Oh, good ball movement by Goessel. Brings our score to 19-4. Austin, we have been, there's a rainbow. Doesn't make it in.
Oh, there we go.
That shot was by Cooper Bailey, the three-pointer that didn't go.
That was number 12, Goessel, Kevin Burkholder, his first goal, 13.
Thought he might be able to pull a shooting foul there, trying to come up through the contact, but
Lanning inbounding the ball. Gets it over to Schaefer. Jack gets an award tonight. Jack Lanning, the curliest hair by far. Those natural curls, nothing like them. That'll be out off the Warriors. Just threw it out of bounds.
I'm not sure where this mullet trend came from because I've seen it not only here but across the league in general. So I'm interested to find out if it's going to stay or not.
Lanning poked that ball out. Oh, and he's going to. That's off the
smart move.
Bluebird. Yeah, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hey.
Schaefer scores from the paint. Okay, a charging foul. There's a lot of contact down there. I'm a little surprised, but I'll certainly take that call. Okay, Darren's indicating he had through the forearm, and that'll should get you every time.
A welcome change of pace. Get a little score, get a foul, get a possession.
Yeah.
Definitely need it at this point.
Get in that way.
Well, great shot.
The only way you can do it, Austin, is one possession at a time.
Exactly.
There are no 12-point baskets, so you got to play defense on one end and just get your 2 points on the other. And if you happen to get a three, that's just gravy.
Unfortunately not, but we may be able to talk the refs into a Case and Sons touchdown. Maybe there is a 12-point touchdown in basketball.
That'll be the third foul call on Lanning, so we won't see Jack the rest of this half probably. Oh, there's our touchdown sponsor, Case and Sons Insurance. Well, I was going to give him the 3 points, Gene, the 3-point shots, but if you want to give him the touchdowns, that's okay with me. 21-8. Bailey tried to drive the lane.
22 of Goessel
He'll
taking
go to the
Broadway's
line.
personal 15th foul.
Once again, we are broadcasting live, streaming live on MCTV 20 live, MCTV 20 LIVE on YouTube. And we hope you're at home watching or in your car listening. Goes for Bailey. That's his first point of the game. With a 21-9 score, the Warriors need to concentrate on defense and just running the offense. You can, oh my, getting a little ahead of ourselves. If you can just cut this down to a one-digit lead, I think that would be quite an accomplishment here before the half.
Well, and hopefully with the Warriors offense, they don't try and make it all up in a couple possessions. You don't need to take the three-point shot every time. You've got time to work with. Take some high percentage looks.
Winter will be inbounding the ball for the Warriors. Gets it out to Bailey. Keep working. Find your shot, guys. Got him with the body, I think. Certainly had, I think he was okay on the block, but I think he got him down low. Do we have a replay on that, Gene?
The Goessel crowd sounded like they took exception to the call, but
Yeah. I know Gene said so. I couldn't understand what Gene was saying, so obviously we don't have a replay. That would have been a good one to take a look at. There we go. So Warriors in double digits. Our score 21-10, 3:48 and counting to go in the first half. Opening game of the season. Next week, the Warriors will start play in the Warrior Classic, big tournament that has been going on here for quite a few years now.
going to get a jump ball there.
Jump ball, possession to Marion.
And Marion will take the possession.
Yep. Possession arrow favored the Warriors, and that is the second time tonight. I think the first one was in the girls' game that the inbounder has hit the back or bottom of the backboard when inbounding the ball. Speaking of Mullets, number 12 there's got a fine example. That's Caleb Burkholder. Caleb
went for a bit of a free-flowing look there.
Yeah. I guess that's what you call it.
Not what you want to see down early.
No, Goessel's looking really salty here. Kind of reach in. The Warriors, Campbell Winter is the only senior that started, and I think I'm right, is the only senior that's seen action for the Warriors in this half.
Fortunately here for the Warriors, they've moved into 1-and-1 territory. Could help us make up a little bit of ground. Unfortunately, that's going to put us into double bonus.
The Skylar Weist or West could be the senior that number 25 for Goessel, going up against Trevor Schaefer's number 14 for the Warriors. Those are a couple of football player-looking boys there that were banging under the basket.
We'll have to check with Darren at halftime on the stats, but it seems like 25 and 35 are about the whole circus for Goessel.
The whole circus, huh?
The whole circus. Hopefully, Coach Raymer and the team at halftime can make some adjustments. And
the foul call is going to go against Rozier Duran for Goessel. Rozier is a
Number 20 in Gospel,
freshman.
Grant Bryant, his second personal,
Bryant,
18 foul.
foul. Grant Bryant.
Oh, my bad.
It was number 20.
Okay, Grant Bryant. Yeah, I just misread my scorecard here.
great make there by Cooper Bailey. Keeping the foul shots alive here. Hopefully, we can get away with 2. No such luck.
Warriors looking to sub, but you had to make that shot to get the sub in. Looks like maybe Jonathan Freeze getting ready to come in for the Warriors. Dirksen is really controlling the paint and the boards. Very good athlete. Nice job.
Heck of a shot there.
Yeah, Campbell Winter with that shot. Brings us to 28-13. And we've got a timeout called by the Tampa State Bank timeout called by Goessel.
Gospel calls a full timeout.
2:07 left in the first half. 13-28. Still not totally out of control. We're starting to make shots here and there.
Well, that was yeah, I understand what you're saying. It's certainly not a good situation to be in, but the Warriors had a long drought where they couldn't buy a basket, and finally starting to hit a few now, and things are looking a little better.
I have noticed Goessel's done a really good job of controlling the paint. I mean, they're not giving us many high percentage looks.
No, not at all.
Goessel is taking advantage of all the points we can give them. They're taking full advantage of the double or the what am I trying to say here? Free throws. 8 of 12 shooting on the free throws. So
it's okay. Just use your words. You'll be fine.
I know. Got to find them first. Free throw. So you're telling me you don't got to pay for them, right? They are free.
Sometimes you pay.
Yeah, it depends. If you go up, if you get fouled by the wrong guy, you paid for that free throw. And there's another tackle. Well, let's mention our second quarter sponsors. St. Luke Hospital, Triple R Hauling, Shelter Insurance, Harry Real Estate, and Marion Kiwanis. St. Luke Hospital, our quarterly report sponsor as well. Yep. That's going to be against Goessel.
That's ball number 12, Gospel. Caleb Burkholder, his second personal, 19 foul.
Now, Goessel, I think two fouls is the most anybody on their team has. I don't think they have anyone in foul trouble.
Entering the game for Gospel, 45.
They've managed to accumulate 9. Maybe the Warriors can get lucky here, get a couple more, and get into double bonus territory.
Yeah, better do it quick. We're running out of time here. I'm sure that Coach will be stressing in future practices the free throw shooting. They're not shooting. I don't think we're shooting a high percentage. I haven't kept track, but my perception is we haven't shot a high percentage. That's one of those things that usually coaches will want you to work on.
Ball 45, Gospel.
Got to take what they'll give you and Speaking of, next foul gets us into double bonus territory.
There now. That
Oh,
was 10.
okay. All right. 10th foul gets us to double bonus territory.
Oh, we can't
We got to flip the court.
buy it.
After half, we may be a little better off. Something's
Jonathan Freeze at the line, and Jonathan, another sophomore. Well, you got to look at it with that first one. Let's see how this goes. There you
a
go.
lot
That's
better
what
on
he
that one.
wanted.
Very good.
30-14 is our score. Oh, boy, that was a good rebound there. The push.
They're going to call that on the Warriors.
Oh my! That surprised me. I certainly thought that was going to be a charge call because of the push that the offensive player did. But okay, they'll go to the line up 30-14 with 1:10 to go. Nails both of them.
Skylar West, number 25 there. Definitely a guy you do not want to send to the stripe.
Nice job anticipating that pass. Dirksen has been really hurting the Warriors by anticipating those long passes, picking them off. Bailey thought about the shot, now looking to dish the ball away. There we go. Wilhelm with the shot, does not draw iron. Oh, good job on Bailey's part to go down and tie that one up. Goessel will retain possession.
21.9 seconds left to go in the first half.
20-point lead. That's pretty impressive. One more time, our second quarter is sponsored by Triple R Hauling, Shelter Insurance, Harry Real Estate, Marion, Kiwanis.
And that'll do it for the first half. Your Warriors 14, Goessel 36.
I think that'll be your second quarter report, sponsored by St. Luke Hospital. When we come back at the start of the second half, we'll give you whatever stats Darren has accumulated for us. So we'll see you after the halftime break.
second half for Marion.
Okay, Gino, can you hear me?
Number 4, Caden Wilhelm. Number 5, Jack.
We can go on.
Number 13, Campbell Winter. And number 14, Trevor Schaefer.
Well, we will make this our St. Luke Hospital quarterly report. And if you've got any stats that you want to give us, Darren?
Yeah, basically, for the first half, Marion shot 4 from 9 from the free throw line, where Goessel shot 10 of 14. Leading scores for Goessel is Dirksen with 15, and then West with 11. Schrag with 6. Leading score right now for Marion is Lanning with 4.
And Lanning is, oh, there he is. I couldn't find him. He'll be inbounding the ball. So with with 4 fouls on him, Lanning is in the ball game for the Warriors. 3 fouls. Oh. Little hectic start here. The ball stolen by the Goessel player, and then all of his teammates left him behind. Double dribble.
Yeah, you have to imagine starting this second half here behind as much as you are, you're going to have to start throwing the foul trouble to the wind a little bit and get Jack, who is our leading scorer at the moment, back in the game.
You know, this is one of those situations where we were hypothesizing as to what a coach says about things. I think here, Coach Reamer's probably talking about trying to play even in the second half. You know, maybe win the second half, but at least maybe play even in the second half. I could be wrong. I mean, you know, but it'd be a heck of a comeback at this point in time if you were going to be talking about winning there. Oh, my. Took it right down the lane, got the semi-contested layup shot, didn't fall. Jumper there off. A lot of contact. Number 35, Dirksen's going to go to the line.
Question will be who they call it on.
Foul spot number 14 is Marion. Trevor Schaefer, his third.
Okay, that'll be on Schaefer's. He's got 3 now. Moved Cooper Bailey under the basket. Lanning's back talking with coach. Warriors will make 2 substitutions. Number 11, Freeze, comes in along with number 1, Mitch Norris. Norris is a junior.
I want to fall for Dirksen. Gives him 17 points on the night.
Oh. The Warriors, one thing that our job obviously is not to just be critical, but they've got to work on their passing because they're telegraphing those passes. We're looking right at the guy and then throwing it to him. And even at my age, I could get close to knocking it down. No, I couldn't, but I could try.
The thought would be there.
The thought would be there. That's right. I'll be telling some quick guy to get in there.
Extracurriculars after the whistle.
Foul spot 25 is Goessel. Skylar West, his first personal, first team foul.
So that'll be called on West. But again, Goessel has no one in foul trouble. I talked to Jack Lanning's dad at halftime. He led me to believe that perhaps Jack's curl is not natural. Who would have thought that?
He attempted a dunk there.
That Dirksen went for the dunk, and he didn't really get too close.
Foul spot number second personal, second team foul.
He elevated pretty well. He is, however, 6'3", so. Oh,
Fortunate we didn't get a foul there.
yeah, the Warriors were lucky, and some good hustle there by Jonathan Freese to save that ball that was going out of bounds. Number 12, Caleb Burkholder for Goessel. Pretty physical out there. He was the Goessel player that one of the Warriors got a little physical with down on the other end. I think maybe Caleb, coach, probably just wants him set down, calm down, send him back in again.
We are fortunate, it would seem, that the pace of fouls has gone down quite a bit from the early goings.
Well, the officials probably want to get home before midnight. Norris with the ball and makes a little pass. Oh, thought that was going to go in. Looked pretty good there as the shot from Lanning was not successful. Lanning with the rebound. Getting a little sloppy here both directions, Austin.
Well, in Goessel's case, they're
Yep, going to be a shove there against the Goessel Bluebirds.
in Goessel's case, you got a little bit of a cushion to work with. Get a little sloppy. I'm sure Coach will ream him for that in the film room. But
yeah,
Third team foul. Entering the game for Goessel, number 5.
if nothing else, tonight can be an opportunity for the Warriors to kind of see what needs work across the board. But we should expect to see some growth out of the Warriors as the season progresses.
I don't think there's any question that the plan here is a lot of young kids, a lot of young athletes to work on getting better. Don't expect to turn around a miracle in one game or even 1 month of this season.
Outside 25 and
Goessel West gets his second foul here. 42-14. Halfway through this third quarter. Norris back to Lanning. Lanning takes the three. A little short. A lot of contact again. That call will go against the Warriors.
Outside 13 is Marion. Campbell Winter, his third personal.
So Winter now has 3 fouls. Goessel actually has 14 fouls. The Warriors have 3 so far in this half.
Like you said, though, the fouls for Goessel is pretty well spread out.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Good rebound there by Jack Lanning.
Warriors got just a little bit too nonchalant with that inbounds, and Goessel is they're all over that. All stripped away from Norris. Goessel has a chance for the layup and gets it.
This is a team that Coach Raymer had told me, to expect that they got a real motor on them, and they're a quick strike team. I mean, they're going to take full advantage of whatever you give them.
Warriors looking to send some starters back in. Trevor Schaefer, Caden Wilhelm, Cooper Bailey, all at the scorers table. Jack Lanning tried the athletic layup move there, but well defended by Goessel. And we're going to have a Tampa State Bank timeout. And while we've got that, let's talk about our third quarter sponsors, MHS Pack, Marion County Ace Hardware, and Carlson's Grocery.
We appreciate our sponsors for allowing us to keep the lights on and continue bringing you MCTV 20 live on YouTube and our broadcast on Vive Cable Channel 20.
Well, I got I got most of my Christmas lights up. Made a very dramatic change this year. After several years of red and white lights, I am going to blue and white. It is really shaking up things in the neighborhood.
The talk of the town, is it?
Oh, yeah. Well, you're invited to come down to South Roosevelt Street. I am proud to say that almost every house on that last 2 blocks has a holiday decoration of one kind or another. And you'll note that the blue and white light's quite beautiful.
I bet my wife would love that. She has Christmased up our new place. We recently moved. She is putting up about every Christmas decoration she can find and then some. So the holiday spirit is in full swing at the Murphy household.
There you go. Get you some blue lights and you'll be in business.
Right, blue and white.
I would actually think that Darren's laughing at us, but if those aren't Air Force colors, I don't know what are. Blue and silver. I did not know that. Okay.
Navy blue, dark blue, and silver.
Yeah, not navy blue.
Navy blue. Dark blue.
Goessel starts off this final run here in the third quarter. Has made some substitutions. But as you mentioned, Austin, they're still playing very, very hard.
I imagine for Goessel, they are trying to just get an idea of what the top limit of their team is here. And they put on a showing tonight.
Yeah, they have definitely got the time count on the inbound pass there.
Actually, a moment earlier, I pulled up the Catch It Kansas app. I was trying to look at the preseason rankings, and I was surprised to see. I don't know how Goessel has been historically, but I saw them that they were unranked. It's the 2A boys state rankings.
Well, they are very much a salty team. I'm impressed by Goessel. I think they will do well in their season this year. And I wondered, perhaps they're just 1A. I didn't think they were 2A, but
1A.
So if they are 1A and they were ranked in 2A, they'd really be good.
Yes.
Our score is 48-14. The Warriors trailing, 1:45 to go in the third quarter of this ball game. We thank you for joining us. Invite you throughout the year to follow the Warriors streaming live on YouTube on MCTV 25. And if you can't catch that, replays will be on Vive Cable Television Channel 20 throughout Marion County on Sunday and Wednesday evenings. Sadie Lang is our camera person here tonight. And now we're back to Hannah Stubenhofer. Every time I say the wrong person. Well, thank you, Hannah. Oh.
You know, I don't think we can blame you on the camera situation there. I think Gene's got such a high standard, it's hard to keep work around here. I mean, hire him, fire him, rehire him again, you know.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. You get a quarter, and then I'm going to trade you out, and I'll bring somebody else in here. Now, we thank Sadie and Hannah both. We really appreciate their help. That ought to be a charge. And it is. Let's give Jack Lanning some credit for being there with 3 fouls. He had those 3 fouls in the first half. He had the 2 fouls in the first 2 minutes.
Kid plays with a lot of fire. I think it's shown a little bit of that maturity, though, that he's starting to develop for him to not have caught any fouls so far here in this second half.
Yep. I think Jonathan's inclination was to take that three, and I think he should have taken it. So Goessel inbounds. In the down under a minute to go in this third quarter. Schaefer's with the rebound, yeah. Nice block out.
Heck of a rebound. Darren did confirm Goessel is 1A.
They are 1A, okay.
Double check the standings. They're not ranked 1A either, so.
Well, sometimes if you're not near a metropolitan area to get ranked, you just have to play your way into the ranking as the season goes on. Lanning with a nicely done offensive play for the Warriors. Lanning finishes. Scores 48-16. Goessel answers. And that'll be the end of our third quarter. And once again, thank the third quarter sponsors, MHS Pack, Marion County Ace Hardware, Carlson's Grocery. We appreciated seeing Greg Carlson dressed up as Cousin Eddie in the Thanksgiving Christmas parade. A nice picture in the paper. And St. Luke Hospital is sponsoring our quarterly break. Darren or Austin, you got anything you can give on behalf of St. Luke?
I'll turn this one over to Darren.
So in that quarter, unfortunately, the Warriors were outscored 14-2. The Warriors went 0 for 2 from the line, and Goessel went 2 for 2. Then they added 2-point baskets on that.
The picture we're seeing just put into numbers, unfortunately.
Goessel has 104 students, and 106 is the top end of 1A. So that's
okay.
The third largest 1A.
Now, would Goessel would be 1A as well in football, right? I know there's some.
Well, they're 8 now.
Okay.
They play 8.
Gotcha.
Yeah. In football, they measure it differently for football because of the 2 years. Yeah.
See, I get to fill in as the unknowing character to help the audience at home, because I mean that the ranking system confuses me half the time. So
take a look at 1A. There's the list of 1A. So it takes a lot to get ranked in 1A.
I did notice when we were checking the rankings there that there are 2 divisions of 1A. So that goes towards what Darren was saying as far as how many 1A basketball teams there are out there.
Foul call will go against the Warriors. It's on the floor. It was not called a shooting foul. Well, as rural America continues to shrink, you just see a lot of, schools are getting smaller and they're glumping. I don't know. They're expanding the bottom of that numerically. Oh. There's going to be an opportunity for Cason Smith to get a 4-point play here. Wilhelm with the foul. So it'll be one shot, and he made the basket. Oh, his bench and student section went wild when that shot went in. Wilhelm with another foul. I have a feeling Wilhelm's frustrated, and
they called the charge.
They called the charge. Coach is talking to him, calming him down. Third foul on Wilhelm. That was blocked or deflected by Schaefer. Oh, Jack, of course, is the quarterback on the football team, and he was throwing for the end zone on that one.
A little shorter, the basketball court.
It is shorter. You noticed that.
Just by hair.
So you know more basketball than you let on. Here to let you on something else. Not only is it shorter end to end, it's not as wide side to side.
Now, see, I would have never guessed that.
Well,
Poor depth perception, I guess. I don't.
Darren, our next home game is next week on Tuesday. Okay.
Beginning the Marion Classic there on Monday, right?
Right. Yeah, we don't play Monday, but
There'll be 4 games on Monday, 4 games on Tuesday.
so if you want to get out and see some good high school basketball, Darren was just pointing out there's 4 games on Monday and 4 on Tuesday, so there'll be a lot of high school basketball to watch.
And the Warriors will play the last 2 on Tuesday.
Okay.
So you can't pick an exact time because it'll depend on how the early games go time-wise.
You may have been able to hear that, but if you didn't, Darren was saying that the Warriors will play of the 4 games on Tuesday, the Warriors will play in the 3rd and 4th games. So we could probably,
roughly 7 and 8.
yeah, I'm just going to say, probably in that 7 range on the first game, which would be the girls, I believe, and then 8:30-ish on the boys for the second game. But come out and support them. The kids are playing really hard. But if you can't come out and support them, watch MCTV 20 Live or Vive Cable 20.
The best broadcaster of Marion basketball around. We're fortunate we don't have much competition, so we do pretty well for ourselves.
Some people might say the only broadcaster of Marion basketball, but I think those are glass half full people, or half empty rather. That brings our score to 57-18. That's a shellacking in anybody's book, but I will give credit. The Warriors are still playing very hard. They're going to call a charge. Number 4 for Goessel reacted as if he'd been hit. I don't think anybody saw it. I really think that call might have come more from the reaction.
Now, again, my understanding of basketball is limited, but my understanding is your feet have to be set and you are contacted before it can be considered a charge.
Well, that's not
If the offensive player does something with his ball.
right.
Right.
Yeah. I mean that's
what they call Bailey for. They said he pushed off something.
Okay.
That's you're correct as far as like the block charge. You know, was it a block or was it a charge? Schaefer's with the basket, and he'll get a chance to make it a 3-pointer. Then you're right. You got to be set. You can't lean in. You can't do whatever. But if you're running along and the opposing player pushes you, whatever, that can still get the charge foul on that.
I must say, up to this point, I haven't seen much of that. Usually it's the drive to the basket charge that you get.
If you would have been here in the 94-95 season when our football team was fantastic and our basketball team won, I think, 2 games total in those 2 school years. We didn't win a lot of basketball games, but we intimidated a lot of basketball teams. It was everything short of karate chops and kickboxing going on out there. Take that shot. Oh,
Good second effort there by Schaefer. Is going to draw the foul.
Teams weren't scared of you because the points they put up and how much of a beating.
Darren points out accurately that the teams we played were not worried about how bad we were going to beat them point-wise. It was how bad we were going to beat them physically.
I think that goes back to what you were talking about. It's about some free throws not being free. I
Yes.
imagine during those seasons we made them earn them.
Yes. Minute 50 to go in the ball game. Warriors trail 57-22. Schaefer's with his 7th point. I think Lanning is the leader for the Warriors with 8 points. Gets the ball away.
Toss there.
Wilhelm misses the layup.
Just up underneath the basket there. Pace of the game slowed down a little bit.
The Warrior players are directing the officials' attention to, I can't find him now, number 30 out there, and he's not in there's no 30 listed on the Goessel roster, but he's been banging in to Shapers down there. Shapers is turning with his arms out saying, somebody going to call a foul here? Long. Back to Wilhelm. Bailey nails the three.
Three-pointer, Cooper Bailey.
That's a Case and Son 3-point shot.
Oh, good job. Well done.
First one of the night for the Warriors.
We'll give Case and Son credit for that Goessel one earlier, too, just so Case and Son gets their name mentioned. Oh! Yeah, number 30 just elbowed Shaper in the stomach. And he just got a technical foul called. Shaper's been asking the officials to do something the last 2 times down the court.
Well, number 30 is not a small kid, but I think he's fortunate that Trevor took the diplomatic route of getting the referee's attention instead of handling it himself.
I'm proud of Shapers because that young man, you're full of testosterone and vim and vigor. He reacted the way you'd want him to react.
Number 30, like you said, is not listed, but I did get to see him earlier keeping book in the JV game, and he was just as aggressive during that JV outing as well. So high octane kid that got himself into a
We want to thank you guys for coming out and
fix.
supporting these teams tonight.
So that'll be the end of our ball game. Final score: Goessel 59, Marion 26. Darren, any stats you want to end us with on behalf of St. Luke Hospital?
Not really. Just come out and enjoy the games next week here for the Classic. A lot of basketball. But this year, it is only Monday, Tuesday, Friday. There are no Thursday games this year.
Okay. Austin, thank you very much. Final shots from you.
Well, first off, I'm happy to be part of the basketball broadcasting crew this year. Tough loss for the Warriors tonight, but we look forward to seeing them grow and improve over the course of the season. Come on out and support the Warriors next week in the Marion Classic, Tuesday, late, the last 2 games on Tuesday night. And then hopefully we're playing in a championship game on Friday.
Thank you much. This is Mike Powers for Austin and Darren and Gene and Hannah and Sadie saying good night, Mr. and Mrs. Warrior fan. Good night, Kevin. Good night, Red. Good night, Gabby Gabbard, wherever you are.